Welcome back to the interactive segment, and get your tablets and phones and start sending that message so we can read for the whole world to see. Hey, what's up?
Steve. Speaking of messages, you know, you have quite a few coming through on WhatsApp.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I would love you to give me 1 minute to read them, and so that my audience. I think that in future we should be giving, audiences.
Yeah, you should. You should think about it.
I will.
Yeah.
I will. So, what do you have today?
We're talking animations.
Animation, like you mean like Koliko, or like cartoons?
Like Akolaokwe. Yes. Akolaokwe. Nikolai.
That was good.
What happens to that one? I missed that one.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was good. Anyway, so let's hear you.
Do you love animations? Too bad, because if you don't, you already know I do. Today, we discussed something very interesting. Animations used for socio-political commentary. How many Ghanaian animations have you seen? Are you impressed with what you have seen? Tales of Nazir has been making waves, but in Nigeria, it is bigger. Has animation come to stay, or will it die off like, hey, Akola Okoye? I am Ifo Akwa Harrison. Let's get interactive.
Joy News Interactive is brought to you in association with
Surfline. It's about time.
You can join us via all our social media pages. We are on facebook.com/Joy News on TV. Also find us on Twitter with the same handle at Joy News on TV or at JN Interactive GH. Or you can send us an email to joynewsim@multitvworld.com or send your messages through on WhatsApp. The number is 054-010-9009. The number again is 054-010-9009. And GN Interactive is proudly supported by Surfline. It's about time. Now, in countries like South Africa, animations are used for socio-political commentary. But not only there, also in Nigeria. But hey, Ghana started animation long ago. Do you remember? Like I was mentioning, the Akolawo Okohe one, that one that was talking about drug use and young kids staying away from drugs. It was big. But then it died out. Now, young people interested in animation have started publishing their work on social media. Let's sample some of them from South Africa, Nigeria, Zimbabwe, and Ghana. Let's start with South Africa, though.
Everybody rise up! Hey. They say we come here, what the people say. They say they're gonna vote and march for the DA. Comrades, you're all on fire. Comrades, you're out of line. Comrades, let's grab the money.
Okay, my time has come. My gosh, I'm so excited. My name's Godzilla Girl. Baby, don't you forget it.
I'm going to liberate you. I'm with 55 million. Steviko was my lover. I'm gonna be your leader. No. We don't really like it. We don't really trust him. Everyone beside is such a dancer.
What's wrong with my dancing?
What's wrong with my plastic?
What's wrong with my millions? We are the best allies. There's no one but him. At least we have him. You'll all vote for him. Such a good guy. Who wants to be with me? I'm giving out these merits. You can never catch me. Body rise up. No. We know you love him. Like we all love him. You'll all vote for him. Even if you hate his blood.
So a satirical one from South Africa. Did you recognize anybody? Well, let's see Zimbabwe now.
Hello, little ones. Welcome to story time. Today's storytellers are President Robert Mugabe from Zimbabwe and all the way from North Korea, President Kim Jong-un.
Hello, children.
Yes, story time. I love stories. Open Gangnam Style.
Well, once upon a time in a great castle, a princess grew up happy and contented. She was very pretty. Her name was Snow. Oh, come on! How can I be expected to read this imperialist propaganda? Why does this girl have to be white?
Speechless. Now it's the time of Nigeria.
Okay. Now, my brothers. So we finally agreed that we will agree to disagree in public, but continue to stay united in private by our overly generous allowances, retirement packages, and juicy contracts. Thank you. And now for a new word association game. Over to you, my dear.
Thank you. So here's how we play. I say a word, and you tell me the first thing that comes to your mind. Are you ready?
Where are ready, pa?
Abiola. Boko Haram.
Politically motivated.
Constitution.
Fileting. A series of suggestions.
Something to be ignored.
Decree.
The tools of trade.
Elections.
Temptrick. Garigo.
Free and fair. Anyway, at least in my own case.
Governors.
Stubborn children.
Human rights.
Western fantasy inapplicable to Nigeria. It's not good.
Indiscipline.
War against it.
Judiciary.
Busybody.
Kalakuta Republic.
Annihilate.
Lagos.
Nadeko stronghold.
Media.
Easy to buy and deceive.
Nigerians.
Don't know what is good for them.
All has a price.
And must fall in line under my iron fist.
Very ungrateful.
Will praise you one day.
So that's Nigeria. Finally, let's look at what our own are doing.
Good morning, Kingdom of Heaven Help Desk. How may I help you?
Yeah, hello. I want to speak to the boss.
Name, do you have an appointment, please, sir?
No appointment. I just need to speak to him. The name is Nazir, a.k.a. Bonsama Tache. Me born it doors rough. Just tell him he will know me. Yes, God. This is Nazir.
Hello, Nazir. How are you today?
Ha, Erade. Enkoye crowd, enkoye crack. Me need bow, me need wet.
Oh, why? Then I guess I need to speak to the president.
Speak to him more. Pity ho, baby. I'd like to pass on the message to you so you share to the world for me. Please tell the Boko Haram to kindly bring back our girls. Now confirm before Osimesiwa. And one more thing. What cap are you playing? Why name Koji World Cup member?
What cap in your cool? Body umbrella, so cap the party a lie. Nanka see what you miss Anyway,
God, thank you for your time.
Okay, Nazir. You have a wonderful day.
By the way, the name is Nazir, and I'm out.
Well, I feel very animated today. I hope you enjoyed the issues raised, but it is interesting that many African countries share similar problems like power fluctuation and issues of corruption. Well, I want to invade the minds of the people who do these animations. And joining me is Jones Aban. He works with Parables Production and he is a designer. Welcome to JN Interactive.
Thank you.
So, how would you assess the animation creative industry in Ghana?
I think, for starters, we have a very young industry, and there's a very bright future ahead of us. We just need to load the industry with content. And so there's a big potential out there, but we just need the people to step up their work and just produce work that everybody else can see and know that there's an industry in Ghana. For now, we just have small studios most of the time in-house that are producing work. But I believe there's more we can do. But in simple terms, we have a very vibrant industry that we can exploit.
Now, what made you interested in animations in the first place?
The interesting thing is that I'm a professional pharmacist, but I actually am an artist, and I've always loved to do cartoons. My elder brother is also an artist, but I ventured more into the cartoons. And so throughout my campus life, I was more into the cartoons than most of the pharmacy and stuff that I was doing. So right after school, I decided, I just want to do cartoons. So I just did in-house training at some advertising firm, and then I learned animation on the job training. And after that, I decided to open my own studio, and this is what I've been doing for the past almost 10 years. So it's a passion. It's passion that is really driving me.
All right. Now, what do you say about animations that are veering into socio-political issues, such as Nazir?
I've watched a couple of his works, and I think he has a very funny way of stating his point. Animation is a style that you use to communicate your thoughts and views. And it's a very serious issue, but because you use animation, you add some humor to it. So even though you're saying a very serious thing, there's some humor attached so that, whoever you're trying to address the issue to doesn't get too angry, but the point is there. So I think that I've seen a couple of his works, and I think they are very good. I love them. And I think it also goes viral, but I think the guy is doing a very good job, and we need more of this stuff, to continue to, address issues that are of social concern to all of us, and I think it's a very good step in the right direction.
And you believe it will definitely inspire social change?
I believe so, because, once your point is made, everybody, it's an awakening call, and once you're able to penetrate the minds of people, I'm sure that is where the change will start. So I believe that it's a start in the right direction, and I will encourage more of those stuff. I am more into the religious part, so I don't do too much of politics. But in the religious aspect as well, I have my way of hitting my target, and it's also making an impact in life. So I think it will bring a change, definitely.
All right. Thank you very much, Jones Aban with Parables Productions. Well, your views from the streets and, of course, your comments from social media coming up after this.
You have an appointment, please?
And this is still the interactive segment on Joy News. Now, Benis is back and has been interacting with some students of animation. Let's have a look.
The use of animation in addressing political and social issues is gaining a lot of ground in Ghana recently. Do you think these young people are going to have any impact with what they're doing? And why do you think they're using this medium to address political and social issues?
I do not know if I can call it motivation, but then when you use people to portray certain issues that happen in society that affect the people of the society, some people in charge of society will feel offended because it's people doing what they find offensive with what their rule of the country or something like that. But then when you use animation, it makes everything seem lighter. It makes the problem seem funny, even though they are being addressed at the same time. So it makes it worth the time to invest in animation and do something that everybody will love. Even those that it is criticizing will love and actually learn from. So that's why most people do.
As for animation, it's something that people like a lot. And when put on the media, it even attracts people. Yeah, since everyone likes it. Yeah. What want me to do an animation is like people just love it. Since people love it, and maybe you also love doing it. Yeah, that's the motivation.
Okay. I believe it's a medium of communication, and people find it, especially the youth. Growing up, we getting used to the Tom and Jerry, the animations. We grew up with it. So, and now we are now big boys, of course. So now people want to use that same medium to communicate, to get people's attention. So I believe it's just one of those ways of getting people's attention.
Ghanaians are really suffering and we need help. And some of the animators use animation to, they use it as a platform to inform the government about what is really happening in Ghana, if they could be of help or something. And it's also entertaining, because when you watch it once, you would like to watch it over and over and again.
So now on to Facebook, and Majid Awudu from Gushegu says, I think this is the only way we can give moral training to our children as well as our youth. It also presents and exposes some indecent behavior some people in the society do today, especially politicians. Okay. Ezekiel Batwawani from Binde says, some are very educative and teach us a lot of lessons. Ronald Yabua, you say yes, you love animations, but the animation I have seen on social media is all used to make a mockery of JDM. Why? What at all has he done? So that one is coming from Ronald Yabua. Confucius Benzina says, I love animations rather than real pictures. It always stays me glued. Okay. It always keeps you glued. I guess that's what you're trying to say. And Parkway Siamo says, yes, the message behind some of them are just great. My good friend Osei Kusi in Kenya say will bear me out. Daniel Kombiok Jr. says, just saw one today and I was really touched. Haj Supremo says, yes, I love the one by Nazir. Very interesting. Ivy Kwanzaa says, yes, the cholera animation is fantastic. What about the Ebola one? And Atanga Maxwell says, yes, I love animations, especially the two weeping buckets. So those are your comments coming from Facebook. Ariam Fiao says, it's just amazing, but it has to be used well, so no one will be offended. So those are your comments coming through on Facebook. But how do you take messages expressed in animation? Like someone said, it has to be done well, so no one is offended. Well, Bernice has been asking.
In the long run, yes. Right now, we don't really see it because of the infiltration of other animations from outside. That seems to overshadow what we have here, because we see the likes of Frozen, we see the likes of the foreign ones, the ones that are coming in, and because of their big budgets and everything, they manage to be very, very interesting and nice to look at. So in the long run, yes, what they are doing here will have impact as more people get to know of it. Because right now, sometimes I hear people talking of Chaskeli and some of the ones we have here. So in the long run, yes, but currently we don't really see it. But then in the long run, it will make some impact.
It will surely have an impact because everyone is watching it, and everyone in this recent country knows what is going on, the hardship and everything. So it's like it's making mockery of, I don't know, sometimes certain things that they say. So it even puts those in power right back on their track, since they also have a view of it, like sees what is going on and all that. Yeah.
Of course it will have an impact. Definitely people's attention will be drawn. Of course, I love animation, so I will definitely watch. There was something about on the Bukum Banku, and there was an animation done on that thing. I loved it. In fact, I was waiting to see it again.
Yes, I don't think the government is doing anything about it because I don't even know I wonder if they even watch such animation.
The creation of animations may be difficult, but some believe that others have resorted to this medium because they don't want to put a human face to addressing the issues so as to create problems for themselves. And some also think it's just another medium used in addressing social and political issues. This has been Video Blog with me, Bernice. Thank you so much for watching.
Thanks, Berenice. Now, what are you saying on WhatsApp? I love African animation. They are usually on point and vivid. Evans Kipo from Tamale. Wow, that is good animation by the animators. I think they are doing their best to bring about changes in our system. Keep it up. It's a good way of passing a message to the public. And that's from Elijah from Adongo. And from Opoku Wari School, Nathaniel says, animations must be supported by Ghanaians to motivate the young ones who are interested. I also believe that when all animators come together, they will be able to improve upon what they have started. Animation isn't bad. It gets the attention of both the young and old, and you did not add your name or where you were sending your message from. So remember, when you're sending your messages through on WhatsApp, please add your name and location. We'll be right back. So that's all we have time for in today's edition of News Generation.
Yeah, right.
JN Interactive.
Yeah.
Thanks for staying with us.
Yeah, my name is Stephen Anti.
My name is Ifwa Akwa Harrison.
Have a good evening.
Good evening.
Joy News Interactive was brought to you in association with
Surfline. It's about time.